is the Convergence A series. I am Elodia Reyna Rojas, and this podcast is brought to you by Elodia Reyna Rojas Publishing. This is episode 4, the Global Energy Race. Before we go any further, make sure you subscribe. This series is about awareness, and every episode builds from the last one. In episode 3, we talked about how artificial intelligence is already shaping politics, information, and what people believe to be true, often without them realizing it. Today, we go deeper, because none of that power exists without something underneath it. And as always, please stay with me to the very end. I will show you how to use AI in a way that will protect your life. And I will tell you what episode 5 is about, because that episode will change how you see privacy and identity forever. This episode is about the global energy race, because if we want to understand the future of AI, you have to understand the energy behind it. Let's start with what AI really runs on. People imagine AI as something that's light, invisible, floating in the cloud. But AI is physical. It lives inside data centers the size of stadiums. It consumes massive amount of electricity, and it uses an enormous volume of water to stay cool. In 2025, global data centers are using more than 450 terawatt hours of electricity every year. By the end of this decade, that number is expected to approach 1,000 terawatt hours. That is roughly the electricity use of an entire industrialized nation. And this growth is not coming from casual cloud use. It's coming from AI training, AI inference, and massive GPU clusters running nonstop. AI does not grow on creativity alone. It grows on power. Let's talk about the US grid reality. Here is a reality inside of the United States. AI demand is expanding faster than our infrastructure can support. Data centers already consume more than 4% of all U.S. electricity, and that number is rising quickly. As of late 2025, multiple region grid operators have issued renewed warnings that electricity demand is rising faster than grid modernization and new generation can keep up with. This does not mean collapse tomorrow. It means stress is building quietly. In response, many companies are reopening gas plants, extending fossil fuel facilities, and building new energy projects without long-term public health planning. Communities that do not benefit from AI are often the ones absorbing the pollution, the water strain, and the health consequences. So in all reality, energy is the new gas. There is something you need to understand clearly. Energy is the new gas. Whoever can produce stable, affordable, renewable energy will control the next 50 years. This is not about climate arguments. This is not about political labels. This is about power. AI has created a new global competition. Countries that can generate clean energy at scale will dominate technology, healthcare, defense, and economic growth. Countries that cannot will become dependent on others. If the United States does not modernize its grid and expand clean energy responsibly, it risks relying on foreign energy sources in an era when energy controls everything. History is clear on this point. When infrastructure fails, communities suffer first. What's the world doing? Let's look beyond the United States. China has surpassed 1.1 terawatts of solar capacity and continues building ultra high voltage transmission lines to move clean power across the country. Germany, Spain, Denmark, and the Netherlands regularly operate with 40 to 60% renewable electricity. India is building massive solar parks. Australia is emerging as a renewable energy leader. Norway and Iceland run largely on clean hydropower. And Canada's grid is already mostly renewable. Some of these countries are now addressing grid flexibility and storage challenges. So clean energy alone is not enough. It must be paired with smart grids, storage, and long-term planning. The world is preparing for AI energy demand. The United States is building the servers, but lagging on the foundation. I cannot simply talk about AI energy without addressing health and profit. This part is not an opinion. It is a measurable fact. The United States spends more money on healthcare than any other country on earth. And yet, Americans live shorter lives than people in other developed nations. Japan, Canada, Australia, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, and the United Kingdom all have longer average lifespans. So what are some of these causes? Pollution, stress, access, and profit-driven healthcare systems matter. When fossil fuel energy plants are built to power AI infrastructure, the pollution goes somewhere. It goes into communities. It goes into lungs. It raises long-term health risks. My very purpose of doing these podcasts is to bring awareness and education to my community. I still advocate for AI. I want to be very clear. I love AI. I advocate for AI. AI has helped me create music, film, education, and global work from home. AI can remove burdens. AI can expand capacity, human capacity. AI can help people advance when they learn how to guide it correctly. Loving AI does not mean ignoring its cost. Awareness is not opposition. Awareness is protection. And because I have been in the grid with AI for over a year, I feel like I have a social responsibility to bring awareness to my community when the government refuses to. So today's AI advice. Here is your AI advice for episode 4. A weak question sounds like this. Does AI use a lot of water? That question is too simple, and it won't give you the truth you need. A stronger question sounds like this. As of December 2025, how much water do AI data centers use in the United States? How does that compare to other countries? What cooling methods are being used? And what renewable or water efficient alternatives exist to reduce environmental and public health impact? When you ask detailed questions, you get usable answers. When you ask global questions, you get global truth. AI is not your zip code. AI is global. Before we close, let me tell you what episode 5 is about. Episode 5 will focus on the collapse of privacy and the new human exposure. AI-powered glasses and augmented reality systems are now capable of identifying faces, leaking digital identities, and accessing online footprints in real time. Your face becomes data. Your voice becomes a key. Your identity becomes searchable. This is already happening. This is the convergence age, and the future is already here.